Shalom. Shalom, shalom, peace and blessing to the chosen. All praise to the Most High. Thank you, Father. The water, Abba. Thank you, O Holy One. Thank you, Father. All praises, glory, and honor go to the Most High. Thank you, Father. Thank you for your goodness, Father. Thank you for your love and your mercy. Thank you for your kindness, Father. Thank you for truth. Thank you for righteousness. Thank you for health. Thank you for holiness. Thank you for cleanliness. Thank you for what's right. Thank you for the light, Father. Thank you, the water, Abba. The water, Abba. Drop a 7 in the comments for me. If everything coming through clearly, drop a 7 in the comments for me. If everything clearly, peace and blessing to the chosen. Peace and blessings to the righteous rebels. Peace and blessings to the children of the light. Peace and blessings to all the truth troops. Peace and blessings to everybody that love the Most High. Peace and blessings to the travelers. And I'm talking about those who pilgrims in this earth. We know this ain't our rest. We know this ain't what we want to end it at. We know that this world ain't good enough. We know that this world don't provide nothing that's really satisfying. Till we ain't gonna be satisfied till we get with the Most High, till we get into the kingdom. We know this. Peace and blessing to the chosen. Peace and blessings over the households of the saints, man. All those who striving, those who may be struggling, you battling, trying to stay in the light, you battling, trying to come in the light. If you're hearing this, come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on, sis. Come on. We can't keep on playing on the fence, man. If you're hearing this and it hits your spirit, man, it's for you. Don't play with it either. All praises to the Most High. Peace and blessing to the chosen. Let me get my visuals ready, man. Peace and blessing to everybody over the chat, over the IG, over Facebook, over the YouTube, everybody who tuning in right now, everybody who gonna catch it at a later hour. Take our health more serious. We need to take our health more serious. Health is wealth. The temple is holy. Health is wealth. The temple is holy, family. Give me a minute. Give me a minute while I'm trying to pull up some I want us to see tonight too. Before we jump into the message. How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? How's y'all's week? We coming to the close of it. We closer to the end of it than we was. Those of us who keep the Shabbat on the 7th day. Let me see what I want. Tyrone Hayes. Tyrone Hayes. Yo, that one right there. So I'm getting some pulled up for a second. Y'all practice your patience. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let me see what else I want. Something I wanted to listen to, man. Give y'all time to get in here as well. Let me see. Do I want this one or what? Yeah, I think I do. I think I do want that one. Peace and blessing to the chosen. I'm blessed, unique Tanel. I'm blessed. I don't know if you're a brother or a sister, but I'm blessed, family. The Most High is good, man. Even when it don't look good, even when it don't feel good, the Most High is still good. You know what I mean? Very and good really ain't the word. It's really not. All right, but the message for the night, family, is take your health more seriously. We got to take our health more seriously. A lot of us, we just go about day to day, you know what I mean, our ins and out, regular type of regular routine, man. You know what I mean? We go to the store, we buy the same products. A lot of us, we get these products, we don't even bother to look at the ingredients of what we about to put in our bodies, what we about to feed our children, what we about to feed our animals. Those of y'all who animal lovers, this what's going on a lot of times. Take our health more seriously. And many of us don't take our health serious until something happens. We don't take it serious enough until we in the hospital, till we got to get admitted. You know what I mean? Till it's somebody else having a, you know what I mean, push us in a wheelchair. Till we on a breathing machine. Till we going to the doctor. We done went to the doctor and they tell us, well, you got about 2 more months to live. But all before then, it's certain things that we can do, family, to prevent us from even going down that path. I was talking with my parents the other day, Pops and when I was like, it came to mind about how in school, they used to have a home economics course. The home economics class where they teaching, you know what I mean, usually the young girls, you know, from what I understand about it, about how to take care of the house. You know what I mean? And I'm saying it because when it come down to sicknesses, and I'm not talking about with DNA and what's been passed down, hereditary, you know, what people then went out and then they picked up and got, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about in this fashion, the mother, the woman, the female, the mama, the grandmama, usually was the first line of defense against any sickness. Because this woman, she's studious on what's the benefits of these green beans? What's the benefits of the greens? What's the benefit of the yams? What's the benefit of these vegetables that I'm finna cook for my family tonight? What's the benefit of the fruits that I'm finna give my family? But now we in a time where so many of the women are uneducated, not concerned with the family, not concerned with what they feeding themselves. So everything coming out of the microwave. Everything is processed meals and processed foods. Everything is filled with chemicals. You look at the ingredients on the back of it, man, it got almost 50 different ingredients in it. And all this is bread, though. All this is supposed to be some water, but this what we consuming. And so that woman being educated, she ain't gonna feed her family a bunch of meat every single day, day in and day out. Every week, 4 times out the week, you eating a bunch of beef. It ain't supposed to be like that. Your body is a way that it processes different things. So the mama was the scientist and the culinary artist. Initially, would say, well, this was my family. Tonight, my family, we ain't having nothing but salad. This was her job and her duty. This was she enjoyed to do. And by doing so, it kept the sicknesses at bay. All right, now we got different times, though, understanding that everybody ain't homeschooled. You know what I mean? You have to go out. You got a lot of traffic depending on your household and depending on where the people in your household is going to and coming from. They picking up different sicknesses. But aside from that, that's externally, but I'm talking about as individuals to take our health more serious. We need to take our health more serious. We just go to the store again. We're not looking at what we put in our body. We're not looking for the kosher symbol. Many of us don't even know what that is. The kosher symbol where it got a U in a circle or a K in a triangle, or it might have a K in a star. Or you will see a U inside a circle with a D next to it saying parve, or this is a dairy product, but it's still kosher, meaning it's lawful. It's not anything in it that's abominable as far as the dietary law given from the Most High to his people. When he made us, just like when we make anything, any person that's an inventor, they have an intention behind what it is that they created. And it don't have to be an invention. It could be a song. It can be a pattern. Whatever you're doing, you got an intention and a purpose behind it. So I'm saying that to say, family, that when the Father created us, the Most High created us, the one who created the sun, the moon, and everything else, when he created mankind, he knew and had different functions for us. He knew what was good for the body. He knew what was good for the temple. So this is why we get those things that say, well, don't eat this. This is not lawful to eat for you. but you got it being glorified and presented through the media. They haven't the boil parties. I forget, I might be saying the term wrong, but they come together, everybody eating shrimp, crabs, and lobster on these pagan days like Christmas and Thanksgiving. If you don't know, those days are pagan to the Most High. The Most High don't agree with them. The origins come from something satanic and nothing to do with the Father. But on these pagan days, a lot of the key foods is abominable. It's unhealthy. Pork, a bunch of ham. And then we're looking at this creature, this pig, this swine. We done consumed the chitlins, which is the intestines. This is where the waste come from. This was something given to my people during the time of chattel slavery, to say, we're going to give y'all the rejects or the remains of the worst creature. We're going to feed y'all that, and y'all make y'all best. Y'all do y'all best with it. Make do with it. But this the same part of the body, the vessel in the body that traffics the defecation. That traffics the poison. That traffics the poop. I don't want to turn nobody's stomach, but we're gonna keep it real. This what a doo-doo. This is what the doo-doo travel through, man. And so we decided as people, we're gonna take the intestines of a pig that'll eat anything. It'll eat anything. It's a biological garbage can. That's why the Most High made it. It's a breathing organism that's equal to a garbage can. It'll eat anything. So we go take that and then we boil it up, call ourselves cleaning it, when the Bible says, man, what clean thing can come from some unclean? You cleaning the intestines, the doo-doo reservoir of a pig, and then you turn around and you eat bowls and bowls of it. You put hot sauce on it. And then later on, you wondering why you sick, why your head hurting. You wondering why you got these aches in your body. You wondering why you doing it. And a lot of people saying they in the know, sneaking and still eating abominable foods. A lot of people who saying, yeah, we know we the chosen people and we not supposed to eat this, that, and that. And they still doing it in secret, like the book tells us in Isaiah 66. They hide behind a tree eating swine. Hide behind a tree eating the mouse. Going into these places, something else why we not taking our health very seriously. When I never ate an egg roll. You know what I'm saying? And so when you going into these Asian places, right? You will see they got their idols right there at the door. Right at the door, they got them. They got oranges and apples set before the deity that they worship. So I'm saying we're not taking our health serious enough because we going in not understanding that eating is spiritual. You going into this place to think you finna take old girl out tonight. You finna go out with your homeboys and eat. You finna take the babies out. Y'all just came from the movies. And you think we finna just go eat good. But man, it's spiritual. So the moment you come in that building and you decide you're going to eat what they provide, man, you giving credence to their God. Because they thanking their God for you as a customer. And definitely if you an Israelite, you know what I'm saying? If you a believer, man, I ain't going to even boil it down to being an Israelite. If you saying you love the Most High, you love the creator of the heavens and the earth, the seas and everything in them, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Man, this is spiritual warfare. And eating, if we take it to the front, how did Eve get got? First, it was through the desire in the mind, the mentality. This is how the serpent rolled up on her, got her to think in a certain way about what the Father had already instructed them to do. He's like, look, man, now this ain't going to kill you. You ain't going to surely die. Then it says she looked at it to see it was for food. It was good. It looked good. And then she ate it and gave it to Adam. Through what we ate, the fall came in. Eating was a big part of how we got into the condition we in today, man. The way the world is today, eating played a major part in it. So I'm saying when we going into these stores and we gonna get it out the message. We going into these stores, family. We not looking at it and saying, "My hold up." Many of us not. We're not saying, "What is this that I'm about to put in my body? What effect is this about to have on my temple when I consume this?" Then so many people messed up. They'll say, "Well, I ain't gonna eat it, but I'm gonna feed it to my children." Man, hey, brother, you kind of crooked, bro. That ain't right. Do you love your children? Ain't no way I'm finna sit there and say, "Man, I know it's bad for me to consume, but my children got their own choice, so I'm gonna let them eat it." It ain't no way, man. I'm a parent. You know, I'm a real parent. Really got love for who came from me, and any child, and any person who, if I'm finna eat with you or feed you, man, I got concern about what you put in your temple. So you got people who feel like, "Man, hey, it ain't me, bro." That's an evil thing, bro. Yeah, so we want to take our health more serious. We don't want to be at the point where we got to have somebody else taking care of us if we can prevent it. Take our health more serious in the sense where, yeah, you was blessed. The Most High loaded us with that benefit where you got all the function of your senses and limbs. But what about the brother who he can't walk? What about the sister who had to get the leg amputated? And then we got both of our legs. We able to run, jump, walk, do everything we want to do, and we taking that for granted. If you don't know, a lot of these people y'all see in these gyms going hard, working out, who some of y'all shun, who some of y'all be trying to talk about and, you know what I mean, talk bad about, like, "Oh, this man, he think he this or she thinks she that," because they keep working out. Man, them folks had near-death experiences. Them folks had experiences where their mobility was attacked. They couldn't move how they used to. Dude was in a wheelchair, man. Dude was in a wheelchair like 4 months ago. And he said, "Man, I can't walk." He was so used to being able to get up when he wanted to. He said, "No, man, I gotta work. When the Most High heal me, Father, if you heal me, man, I'm not gonna get down to this point again." Start taking his health more serious. But then we gotta go a step further, because we got some of us, we'll work out, we'll look for what we eat, but then we'll put other things, other substances in our bodies that end up being harmful to the temple. I'm not going to go to the gym, work out all week, and then go do a line of cocaine. I'm not going to do it. That's counterproductive. I'm not going to work out at the gym or work out at home, go run and do all these things, watching my habits of what I'm eating to put on weight or shed my weight, and then turn around and go just get drunk as I want to, drink a bunch of beers, drink a bunch of strong drink. I'm not going to do it. It's counterproductive. That's counterproductive. So we got to take the health more seriously. I said, it's real life, true story, ain't nothing animated. Contaminated, had to get that leg amputated, diabetes, dialysis. From my analysis, what you eat can make you weak. Moderate your intake on sweets. Your blood sugar is too high. You got to balance that. Here's my shoulder. You can cry through your cataracts. My name Paisley, and I love you, so I'm here for you. I ain't in your shoes, and I can't say I understand it, but I feel it in my heart so much I shed the tears for you. I want to tell you, you gonna make it through, but I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it real. It's up to the Most High if you gonna live. Testimonies give me chills. Look, and I'm gonna stop it right there. But what we saying is health, man. Take your health more serious. Health is wealth. So we're gonna kick the door in with Genesis 1, man. Genesis chapter 1. Genesis chapter 1, family. Take our health more serious. Take our health more serious, man. The Most High done bless us with these bodies and these temples to just undermine what he did. So we got to understand that, like I said, man, it's a war. Eating gets spiritual. You know what I'm saying? It really is, man. And we don't look at it like that because we've been programmed so much with these commercials. Burger King, Waffle House, Red Lobster, Chili's, what else? Cheddar's. The Cheesecake Factory. We've been programmed with McDonald's, KFC, Church's Chicken. We've been programmed with DiGiorno. We've been programmed with these commercials to go get it quickly instead of being like what it was, man. We taking our time. Even within the situation where a brother or sister is standing in the kitchen to cook like that time, man, being occupied in the kitchen, man, that kept us occupied from being in the street doing something we need to be doing. That kept us from being in a lot of situations we shouldn't have been in because I'm too busy cooking up this cornbread. I'm not going to put sugar in the cornbread tonight. I'm going to put honey on it because I understand honey got benefits. But we choosing not to be educated on these things. We don't look at food like that. We don't look at what we drink, the beverages like that. We look at it like, oh man, it's just something to kill my feeling of starvation. This is just something to kill my feeling of thirst. But it's very spiritual, man. And many people not gonna look at it. People will see this message, cut it out, going on about their business. He ain't talking about it until they get sick. Until they get sick now. And then when they sick, this type of message ring in their spirit. Man, dude was talking about that. You ain't got to wait till then, man. Walk. Let's go walk. My elders, let's go walk, man. You ain't too old to get up and go walk. You ain't too, if you able to now. You know what I mean? We want to be the people, especially my young people, 30 and under. Matter of fact, 25 and younger too. You want to be getting yourself in a routine of taking care of yourself, taking care of and being cognizant about what you put in your body, what you releasing out of your body too, because we don't want to get to an elderly age where somebody else got to take care of us. The way I'm moving, my intention is that when I get 80 years old, 70 years, 60, I'm still going to be able to, my children ain't going to have to carry me nowhere. If I can help it. My children, I ain't going to need no cane. I'm going to be mobile as I am right now. So much as the Most High allow me to do that by watching what I'm consuming and not consuming and then taking care of my health. They go, and within it, they go in with taking baths and showers, being clean too. You know what I mean? Take our health more seriously, man. But Genesis 1 verse 11. Peace and blessing to the chosen. Smash the like button if you haven't, man. Take our health more serious. Genesis chapter 1 verse 11. It says, and the Most High said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth, and it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind. And the Most High saw that it was good. So we go on here because the Most High spoke this thing into existence, right? And then he say, the herb and the fruit that got seeds within them. So the question is, when we going out to get these green grapes, and I know they taste good, it's a stronghold for some of us. Listen, I didn't eat them. I be eating them. That's one I'm breaking from. I ain't ate them in a minute now. But there's one. Them green grapes ain't got no seeds in it, bro. So where do these come from? Them green grapes don't have seeds in them. It's oranges right now, man. As a child, I remember I love oranges. Used to eat it. It was like, that's probably the only thing that I would eat. I don't want no food, mama. I want some oranges. And the oranges always had seeds in them. But now, you go try to get an orange. Man, listen, it's rare. I'm surprised when I see one in there. So I'm going at to say, if the Father, the Most High, created these fruits and these herbs that got seeds in them, what are these fruits and herbs that don't got seeds? And I'm saying that has a bearing on our health and our bodies when we consuming them. So within that too, I'm not talking about, because some will say, well, you know, the green grapes, they reproduce when you take a branch of it, a vine of it, and you put it. I'm not talking about aquaponics. The real fruits and herbs come from the origin with the whole process of life. And what I mean, it's going to come from a seed. You plant that seed into some dirt or some soil. You hit it with water and let light hit it. They working together to grow that particular fruit or herb. Aquaponics don't come from the seed. You took a branch from that particular herb or fruit, and you grew another one from a branch of it, not from a seed of it. That's not the same. That's not the same, family. But it said the Most High created those things that got seeds in them. So when we going out shopping for these things, let us keep that in mind. That's a part of taking our health more serious. We looking for this kosher symbol. And I'm gonna say this, being 100 and transparent about it. A lot of times because it's kosher don't mean it's good for you. Here go an example. If you go buy some Clorox, on the Clorox container, it got the kosher symbol, which tell us something else. A lot of these chemicals that we using in our houses to clean our houses, they got harmful things in them. They got harmful stuff inside of them too. They got abominable things inside some of them. So we got to be careful what we clean up. We spray somebody. The Febreze smell good. I don't know Febreze. I haven't checked that one. But the Febreze, we spraying the Febreze trying to clear out the smell or get it to smell good in the house, in the apartment or wherever you at, in the car. Whole time it got abominable ingredients in it. So this is another part of us taking our health more serious, man. All right, but again, Genesis 1 and 11, it says, and the Most High said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth. And it was so. Everything the Most High made, it is able to reproduce. It come in abundance. It's able to continue on and keep going and reproducing and reproducing. So what happened though? Let's go to Genesis 3. Is a war in the kitchen, man. It's a war in the refrigerator. It's a war in your deep freezer. It's a war when you loading up that grocery bag, man, that grocery cart. It's a war, man, but we don't see it as that. Because a lot of the health issues that people have outside of what was passed down, which really, when you trace what's passed down, a lot of that come from what your grandparents, your grandmother, your granddaddy, what they was eating. They passed it down. They passed the cancer down because they kept eating this unclean food. They eating the wrong stuff. They so in love with the crab legs. They so in love with the shrimp and the crawfish. Man, we out there working, bro. We digging into the ground. We break up the ground. It's nothing but mud. The mud stinky. It smell like poo-poo. Smell like doo-doo. Excuse me. I ain't trying to offend y'all. I'm just keeping it raw. The mud smell like doo-doo. This probably, we done dug down, family, at least 5 feet. What we see when we get all this dirt out the way with the water running all in it, crawfish, swimming all in it, mud and dirt looking nasty. And people take this, call themselves cleaning it, and then eating it. It's about what's inside that creature too, though. Once you bite down on it and all that gush out in your mouth and all that, man, all his guts and whatever else, whatever he or she it been eating, is going to go into your system. Going to be in your bloodstream. Genesis 3, bro. Genesis 3 verse 1 says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Most High power had made. And he said unto the woman, yeah, hath the Most High said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High have said, ye shall not eat of it. Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. So he went and tried to twist the words of the Most. You ain't gonna die immediately, because this was some people saying, man, I've been eating this pork all my life. I've been getting drunk and killing my liver, drinking all this alcohol all my life, cuz. Your favorite place to go is the liquor store. And you say, man, it ain't killing me. I've been doing it, man. My body's strong. Until osteoporosis get to setting in. Your liver get hard as a brick. You going into the doctor and they say, hold up, man. Oh, this is life-threatening. All this alcohol you've been consuming, turn your body down. Now you got to call pops. Now you got to call your mama. You got to call somebody. I pray for me. These folks saying I might be finna die. Your appendix busts. You get sick like that, and all the poison that spill out in your body. It's another dead person based off not having control or not taking it serious about what they putting into their temple. I know the TV making it look cool. Make it look cool. You know what I mean? Party, everybody party. Every movie you watch, they going to the bar, throwing the glasses back. They got the cigarette in their hand. They smoking the blacks. And it's temptation for you. You can break their stronghold, man. You ain't got to keep being a slave to their stronghold, bro. All right, but the serpent come in and say, man, nah, you can eat that. But Eve already got the instructions. She know the game. We can't eat this. The Creator said, don't eat that right there. You ain't going to surely die when you ain't going to die immediately. This is what he telling them. And she go for it. Verse 5, it says, for the Most High doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food and that it was pleasant to the eyes. Hold up. When the woman saw that the tree was good for food, first she seen it, then she recognized good for food, something to eat, and that it was pleasant to the eyes and a treat to be desired to make one wise. She took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. So this battle and this war, the major part of your health and what's going on in the world, how eating had a hand in it, family. This is the point I'm trying to get to with these verses. What was ate, what was consumed, had a hand in it. He said, man, the father said, man, you can eat anything in this garden, bro. Y'all can eat anything. Even the tree of life was in the midst of it. This is something that just throw me off. Like, why y'all didn't go? Why they didn't just go ahead and go with the tree of life? Why they didn't just eat that one? Then someone would say, well, why was he telling? Why did God put that in the garden in the first place? We're gonna get that. Did he? We're gonna get it though. Did God plant that? No, he didn't. All right, so Revelation 12, though, because it said the serpent, Genesis 3:1 said the serpent was most subtle. So your enemy, your adversary is smart. You ain't taking what you eat seriously. You ain't taking your health seriously. But guess what? The devil is. Because guess what? Every life form on the planet Earth requires and need water to live. Every life form on Earth, to my understanding, if I'm wrong, drop it in the comments, need food to survive and live. We got to eat. So if I know that this is a mandatory, you can't go without it. If you go too long without eating, you're going to die. If you go too long without drinking water, you're going to die. So if I know that and I'm your enemy, I'll say, hold on. What if I tamper with what they eat and what they drink? Maybe I can get to them like that. Start messing with their mind. Now you consuming toxins. Now you got aluminum in your system. Now you got these heavy metals and lead in your system. Not even knowing you've been eating flakes of lead through your Frosted Flakes for 10 years now. And you wondering why you having these headaches. You wondering why you can't remember stuff. You wonder why you walk in the kitchen, you were supposed to be coming in the kitchen for something you forgot, and you go back and I forgot. You get in the what was I coming in here for? All this coming into what your enemy got going against you. Because I'm gonna put myself in there to not separate us. All right, because people don't take the health seriously. We need to take our health more seriously. Revelation 12. Revelation 12. Revelation 12, verse 7. It says, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, same one mentioned in Genesis 3, called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. Now we got to keep this in mind. Know your enemy. Your enemy don't love you. Your enemy don't care about your health. Your enemy want to kill you. Your enemy desire to see you sick, because if your enemy can keep you sick, you less of a threat in the war. And that's what the enemy need for any warrior. Listen, I need my adversaries to be sick. That way I can easily overcome them. Easily. Remember when the world shut down? Remember when the world just shut down some years back? That was a part of that. That was a part of that. Somebody know what I'm talking about. There was to say, man, I need to overcome these people, because they were saying, out of everybody, why was they saying, hey, let's make sure, hey, y'all black folks, so-called, y'all make sure y'all get this, y'all take that needle, man. Signing them up, giving them free chicken, giving them bonuses at jobs. Hey, man, get this. Hey, come on, take this needle, man. We need you to get this needle, man. Come on. Come on, come on. This is how they coming. Why? Why was that? Why would they want targeting no other ethnic group? The real Gentiles who I could salute. Y'all know why. Y'all need to be talking about that too. Revelation 12, man. Verse 9, it says, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our power, and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives unto the death. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Listen to this part. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So the heavens is rejoicing. These angels didn't rejoice. And while we're here, you got some that's thinking that the devil was contending with the Father, the Most High. No. It was a war in heaven, and Michael, the archangel, the Most High didn't have to get off his throne. Michael, the archangel, kicked him out. And he didn't kick him out to hell. He sent him to earth. He said, woe to the people on the earth, because the devil down here with us, and he know he got a short time. So this dude he ain't gonna leave not one stone unturned. He trying to get us through the food too. He trying to get us through the water too. Not just the TV, not just these other obvious means and obvious ways to trick us and trap us into sin. No, man, this man, it say he was subtle. Dude coming with strategy. Dude got some wits about himself. This is what you got to understand, man. So yeah, we're gonna drink the alkaline water. Yeah, we're gonna watch what we consuming, man. Because the devil got a hand in it. We're gonna get this out the book, man. Don't get it out the book. All right, so but it said, woe to the inhabitants. So him coming down here, you know what I mean? It brought us into the point where he's able to put his hand into it to affect our temples, man. Let's go back to Genesis, though. Let's go back to Genesis. So we just went there to verify who that serpent was. Let's go back to Genesis. Genesis 3. Genesis chapter 3. All right, because it said he deceived the whole world the same way he deceived Eve in the garden. The same way he deceived her, you know what I mean? And through that woman getting to Adam, which mankind fell. All right, so the appetite had a big hand in it. Through the mouth and belly, You know what I'm saying? After the man in the eyes, this fall was induced, man, through the appetite. All right, so Genesis 3 verse 4 says, and the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. For the Most High doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, in the day that you eat that unclean food, in the day that you put that unclean substance in your body, you shooting that heroin, you popping them pills. In the day that you do that, he said, man, he ain't gonna kill you right then. He ain't gonna surely die. He ain't gonna die immediately. Yeah, but sickness, this is what one of the things we don't understand about sicknesses. People believe and think that once they start coughing, they feel like now they sick. No, listen, before you start coughing and all that sneezing, hours ahead, hours, maybe even days ago, that antigen, that pathogen had already got into your system. And so just like that, it had to work its way into your system. This is why the doctor would give you a subscription and say, well, take this for 10 days. You got to work it back out of your system. You got to work that medicine into your system to active, and your T cells and B cells, all of them operating, taking that in, white blood cells, all that. They have to work to get it out of your system. And it's a fight. It'd be a war in our bodies. Sister said, wish we was never introduced to this unnatural foods. So glad to Lord raw vegetables. Indeed. Yes, indeed, man. All right, so let me see what I want from here. I said we're gonna talk about that tree. Let me get it. So I'm gonna go into the pseudepigrapha. My cover missing. I'm going this book right here. The pseudepigrapha. Work out your own salvation. And I'm saying that to say, man, if you read something and it strengthens your spirit to be more in tune with the Most High, it increase your fear of the Most High to do whatever He's saying to do. Bro, I pray that it leads you to the kingdom. Sis, I pray it leads you to the kingdom. All right, but we going into third Baruch, man. Third Baruch. This the same Baruch who was working hand in hand with Jeremiah, the prophet. So this the same Baruch, the son of Neriah. The Most High was dealing with him too, gave him visions, showed him visions, talked to him about the latter times, revealed mysteries of the kingdom to him too. So this third Baruch though, third Baruch chapter 4 verse 8. He having a conversation with one of the angels, and the angel is a vessel who the Most High speak through. He talking to him. Verse 8 though, it says, picking up at the B part. Well, at the end of 7, it says, Baruch said, and how does this happen? And the angel said, hearken, the Most High power made 360 rivers, of which the chief of, I pray thee show me, Salaka, which the chief of all are Alphaeus, Abirus, and Agaricus. And because of these, the sea does not sink. And I said, I pray thee, show me which is the tree which led Adam astray. And the angel said to me, it is the vine which the angel Samael planted. It is the vine which the angel Samael planted, where the Most High power was angry, and he cursed him and his plant, while also on his account he did not permit Adam to touch it. And therefore, the devil being envious deceived him through his vine. So this verse we going here because let me see that one more. Yeah. So Samael, the father, the Most High, didn't plant that. It said the angel Samael planted that. There was third Baruch verse chapter 4 verse 8. And so that take us back to getting a sharper understanding on when it said it was a war in heaven. That war in heaven took place before Adam was formed and created. So we're going to, so you will know that that plant was planted already. All right, but back into the subject matter, what we're talking about, taking our health most seriously. Take your health more seriously. Let's go to Lamentation 5. So that devil just like that. Let's go to Lamentation 5. Him having a mindset, these fallen angels, these lesser gods, false deities, they got a mind. They say, man, we're going to get them through what they consume. We're going to get them through what they consume, what they eat, what they drink. What you eat can have an effect on how you sleep, man. What you drink can have an effect on how you sleep. Somebody say, I can't agree with you on that one, Pete. Well, if you ever had a hangover, waking up, throwing up, can't even sleep, stomach hurting and all that, man, you know what you consume got a bearing on your health and how you sleep. We in Lamentation 5, though. Lamentation 5, verse 1, where I'm at. It says, remember, O Holy One, what has come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach. Our inheritance is turned to strangers, our houses to aliens. Well, we inherited the power of having the control over our livestock, because this don't matter to some people. Some people are like, man, this is not important. It is important, because you going to the store and you buying slabs of ribs, you buying cases of chicken wings, you getting all that. And guess what? That had to come from somebody's farm, man. Somebody, it didn't just pop up and appear in the refrigerator, in the freezer, in the store. Somebody had to farm that or create it in a lab. So if we don't have control over our food, we don't have control over the system, our water system, our water supply. It's a strangers took hold of it. And these strangers don't have a current of concern for you or me. A lot of them. This is why the tap water got toxins in it. This is why the tap water got a lot of lead in it. And they know, but yet they still ain't done nothing about it. This the same government system who say, listen, we know cigarettes cause cancer. There is a law where they gotta put it in the store to let you know no cigarette is good or safe. They all cause cancer, but they still gonna sell it to you because it's gonna make money. They gonna profit off of it, and they gonna profit off of it when you spend your money on that card and that pack. But then they gonna profit again when you go to the hospital and the doctor say, "Well, you got cancer. We need to hit you with this radiation." They gonna get some more money. Lamentation 5:2. Our inheritance is turned to strangers. Our houses to aliens. We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows. That man being taken out. They talking about the man be dying first in the marriages in the family. Because he got so much stress on him, for one, but then two, the food that he consuming. What are you consuming, man? What you consuming, Dad, Pops? What you consuming, Unc? What you putting in your body, little cuz, nephew? What is your husband consuming, sis? What you constantly feeding your husband? Why are you constantly just flooding your husband with snacks and junk? Don't you know it's a spirit that come with that cooking? You cooking in the kitchen, and when you love, you got this love. The food just tastes so much better. The food tastes so much better when you loving it, when you love who you cooking for. You want it to taste good. You putting your efforts and your spirit in it. Listen, we ain't talking about those who be doing the witchcraft and voodoo. You need to be hidden. Listen, let me start. Something needs to happen to you. That's a foul thing. You playing with folks' food. But now we got to understand that the system that we subject to, they got control over our food. They got control over our water. Many of them is witches and warlocks. They putting enchantments in it anyway. So this is where the grace come in. This is what we praying over our food. We bless and asking the Father, thanking him for it. Showing appreciation about wondering what is this I'm about to put in my body. You got folks out there literally going out and they consuming this product called liquid death. Why would I want to drink something called liquid death? Why would I want to eat some chips called voodoo, some voodoo chips? Why would I want to do that? But it's not seen, or it's not being paid attention to. It's not being taken serious a lot of time, because we in these routine habits of we're not eating to live. We eating because it tastes good. We eating with what because the taste that it had, our taste buds. We slave to our taste buds. I don't like how that tastes. Well, have you thought about the effect that it's gonna have on your body, though? Have you thought about the benefits of it that it's gonna have on your body? I know it don't taste good, but the bitter herbs, a lot of times, this is why during Pascha, Passover, Pascha, Pesach, however you gonna pronounce it, whatever form of Hebrew you use. That's why the Most High said, man, make sure y'all have them bitter herbs in there with that lamb, man. Put them bitter herbs in there. Lamentation 5:4. It says, we have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us. We paying for our water. They charging us for a substance, an element that comes out of the earth. Why every house, in my mind, wouldn't it make sense that every family had a well? Every family had a well in their yard, in their yards, on their land. But see, this is the war. You can't have no well if we all compacted in apartments. And we want to stay in apartments because it's easier. It's another form of the microwave game. See, I ain't got to stand in the kitchen and cook a full course meal for my family. I can just go buy a DiGiorno pizza and it'll take less energy. But then it's another fold in that, because the reason you tired, it'll take less energy because you're working 16 hours at your job. And they want it like that. So all that stress. So in your absence, your 16 hours at your job, what your children learn, what they not learn. You ain't in the kitchen to show them how to cook. They not present. All of this is a part of the war. Take our health seriously. They know this. They factoring in all this. But we not factoring all this in. But if we all had wells, and if you don't know, listen, you ain't got to go through no filter process. When you hit that water table, it got to go through the sand. That's going to filter it out some too. But if you want to put a filter on it, hey, go ahead. But wouldn't that be more conducive for society? But remember what I said, though. They still selling cigarettes. They don't want that. They don't want us healthy. They don't want no healthy warriors. They don't want no healthy righteous rebels. They want you sick and weak. Sick, weak, obese, or underweight. Not a threat at all. The least amount of threat power possible is what they want you to possess. But because we ban our water, we got to pay the water bill. The water bill is included in our expenses. It's a bill now. We got to pay for that. He said, Lamentation 5:4. We have drunken our water for money. We got to pay for the water. This is something that the Most High, listen, it's man, you can't imagine how much water is under us. But as long as we looking down in the phone or looking in the black mirror on the TV, we being entertained. We ain't thinking about this type of stuff. We okay with eating from the master's hand. We okay for paying with the water, paying for the water. You know what I mean? And they want us impoverished where we can't go out and get land. Hey, stay subject to this where I can keep a high population and concentration of you fools. That way I keep y'all where y'all at. Keep a close eye on all of y'all at one time. But if we ever break from that, we come together and shatter that mindset, man. It's power we can't even imagine. All right, but because we ban our water, they got control over our water. They can do whatever to our water, to our food. Like I'm saying, some people don't think it matters. They say, well, I don't want to be no farmer. I don't care about farming. You don't even think, what if this farmer, the farmyard that you getting your food from that you love so much, the fisherman that you love to get your fish from so much, like it was a video Talking about a DoorDash. They said they showing this image, say the person ordered some Taco Bell, a child, if I'm not mistaken, order Taco Bell. Dude bring the Baja Blast, and on the top of it, it got little white stuff on it, which was fentanyl. People doing stuff to your food. You don't know these people. You don't know what kind of mindset they got. They don't care about your health. But this dude trying to bring up a Baja Blast from Taco Bell, he done sprinkled fentanyl on it. What was his plan and intent? So if he doing that at a lower level, what mindset do a lot of these people have that's at a higher level? Let's go to Leviticus 26, man. Leviticus 26. We got to take our health more seriously. A part of taking our health more seriously is paying those Joes, or paying their energy that it takes to actually stand in the kitchen and cook. Instead of taking the easy route, I'm going to pull up here to the fair. I'm finna go to the Chick-fil-A. Go give me a chemical sandwich. Yeah, I used to love Chick-fil-A. I used to love the chicken sandwich. So I found out what they were putting in it. I remember going in there one day, dude said, "What are they putting in this chicken?" I'm like, bro, I feel you, because the line wrapped around the corner. These folks, the line wrapped around the corner. Them folks had to open, bro. They had to not only, usually your fast food got one lane. Bro, these folks got 2-3 lanes, and they all wrapped around the corner. That's the drive-through. You go in the building, they in the line in the building too. What they putting in their chicken, family? And if whatever they put in their chicken, what we putting in our body? What we eating? Man, what are we really consuming, man? This is what I'm saying. Then we got to factor in the point where the master cast the legion out of the man into the pig. So these creatures can be possessed. So what if it's a demon inside that cow? What if it was a demon inside that cow that you eating at, and now you don't know why you snapping off on your family? Whole time, man, that demon was in that cow. That might be too far out there for some of y'all. That might be too spiritual for some of y'all. Let me keep it moving. Leviticus 26, man. Leviticus 26, verse 14. It says, "But if you will not hearken or listen unto me being the Most High," he giving us the condition of the covenant. He said, if you obey me, I'm going to bless you. But if you disobey me, I'm going to curse you. He says, "and will not do all these commandments. And if ye shall despise my statutes, or if your soul abhor or hate my judgments, so that ye will not do all my commandments, but that ye break my covenant, I also will do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror, consumption, and a burning ark that shall consume the eyes and cause sorrow of heart. And ye shall sow your seed. Ye shall sow your seed in vain." So what you plant, your crops, you're gonna be planting these crops for nothing. Why? For your enemies shall eat it. So you losing control of the system about the foods and the fruits and the vegetables that go into your body. You losing control over it. You ain't gonna reap the benefits of somebody else gonna reap it. It's been reversed. So we the ones working and doing all this, but they gonna eat it. We too afraid to tamper with it because he didn't hit us with the terror. Watch this though. Verse 17 says, "And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies. They that hate you, somebody put that in the comments. They that hate you, not the people that love you. They that hate you." Hold on a second. They that hate you, the ones who don't care about your children, the ones who don't care about your dog that you love so much, your creature, your bird even. The one who don't care about what your marriage, they don't care about your health, they don't care about your sleep habits. Not for goodness sake, said they that hate you shall reign over you, and ye shall flee when none pursue of you. The ones that hate you is gonna be in rulership. So if I hate you and I'm ruling over you, why would I have your health? Why would I have your best interest in your health when I got control of your health system? Why? It wouldn't make sense, man. If I hate you, I'm putting chemicals in your food. The same way I'm putting chemicals in your hair products. The same way I'm putting chemicals in your deodorant. The same way I'm putting chemicals in your soap. The same way I'm putting chemicals in everything that you're dealing with. If I hate you. Verse 18, it says, and if you will not yet for all this hearken unto me, then I will punish you 7 times more for your sin, because you don't want to listen, because you still gonna eat what the Most High said not to, because you still not gonna take your health serious. He done gave you this time and time again. Time and time again, they gave you a warning. The headache was a warning. The aches in your body was your body telling you, hold on, man, you doing something, or you something you doing is wrong. You putting something in our temple that shouldn't be in here in a lot of cases. All right, so we outside of talking about where your body might be aching for going to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Your body might be aching from the calisthenics you've been working out. We ain't talking about that. We talking about those pains and problems that come in because you just eating without discipline. You ain't looking at what this is you finna put in your body. Like I said earlier, the label, what the ingredients got 50 different ingredients. You don't know what none of them is. But you look at that, or you don't, and you put it in your body. And later on, you running, why my knees hurting so bad? You ain't number 22 years old. Why my knees hurting like an old man for? Like an old woman? Because you ain't taking your health serious. Let's go to 1 Corinthians, man. 1 Corinthians chapter 3. Oh, yeah, let me get this too. I'm going to share my screen. I want to show y'all this. This is what I was trying to show y'all earlier. Atrazine. Let me drop this in the comment section so y'all know what I'm talking about. This chemical called atrazine, man. This chemical called atrazine. Fair use for educational purposes. Fair use. This video I'm about to show for educational purposes. Look at the title. Gay Frogs. Tyrone Hayes, atrazine, scientific study. Listen to what he says.
I like solving the puzzle. I like the CSI. I also like frogs, and so I also feel a real drive to help understand how pesticides and other chemicals are affecting amphibian populations.
Hayes and his students have been looking for clues in the Salinas Valley.
50% of the U.S.'s agricultural products come out of California. Something like 85% of the country's lettuce comes out of Salinas, 90% of the almonds. It's called the salad bowl of America. California uses more pesticides than any other state. The second biggest is Florida.
He said California uses more pesticides than any other state. Second is Florida. A lot of our foods and things coming through that channel right there.
Things like chlorpicrin is used out here on the strawberries. Chlorpicrin is a nerve gas. These are guys who are applying it. They're out there picking it. Methylbromide.
So they spraying the strawberries. They spraying the strawberries with nerve gas, family. And some people go straight to the store, get the strawberry, bring them home. They eating them in the car. They ain't trying to wash them off or nothing. Not knowing you consume this thing got hit with some chemicals, nerve gas chemicals. What's that doing to your system? Because the question ain't being asked before we consume something. What is this gonna do to my body?
Bromide is a fumigant, something you pump into the soil. What are some of the other big ones, you guys? Salmatrazine. This will all end up in the river that we're working in here. It might look like we're out in the bush somewhere, but 15 feet on either side, we're surrounded by agriculture, and the runoff ends up in this river. All of the algae is a result of all the nutrients, because a lot of fertilizers are used in agriculture. And once those fertilizers get into the water, you get these blooms of algae. I wouldn't say it's a sign of a healthy river. This is a site where we typically find compromised immune systems, tadpoles that aren't able to fight off disease.
This is where they find compromised immune systems. So your system, the system that the Most High gave each human individual to be able to fight off sicknesses, it becomes compromised. That means it's not functioning and working the proper way that it's supposed to. It's not combating and contending with these foreign chemicals that's entering into your body the way that it's supposed to. So now your sickness drag on longer than it should. Now you sick anyway. When your body would have fought against it, T cells, B cells activated. Now your T cells and B cells weak. To where now the sickness that's taking you down, it's beating you, it's winning. When we supposed to be overcoming these things, if we ever was to suffer these things. I would say compromised systems. Let me go back. I like how he put that.
Unable to fight off disease.
Let me go back.
Immune systems. This is a site where we typically find compromised immune systems, tadpoles that aren't able to fight off disease.
Tadpoles that's not able to fight off disease. Keeping in mind that tadpole, his natural environment as he's growing before he evolve into a frog, he's supposed to be in water. So his home area is affected so much, his immune system or its immune system is compromised, and it can't fight off disease. Now listen to what he say though.
Our data so far suggests that the mixture of pesticides causes an increase in stress hormones, and those stress hormones cause immunosuppression, which leads to the inability to respond to any kind of disease pathogen.
Hayes is testing the effects of chemicals like atrazine, a common herbicide.
We have a whole family of animals where we've eliminated the female chromosome.
Specimen 01.
These animals that we know are genetic males have been exposed to atrazine for their entire life. And many of these genetic males now are turning into females.
Did y'all hear what he said? He said, these male frogs been exposed to this chemical herbicide called atrazine their whole life. They male frogs. And the effects that this chemical is having on them, it's turning these frogs into females. So now when we put that on a grander scale, man, this dude here, when he made that discovery, the science company that he was working for, they wanted to ban him and blackball him. They didn't want him putting that information out. But if it's doing that to a frog, because atrazine is being put into the water system, drinking water being the element that we need, is mandatory. Now it starts to make sense why there's so many effeminate men around. Now it's starting to make sense why it's so many over feminine women. So they got so much estrogen to they acting masculine. Now it's starting to make sense because we don't control our water supply. We ban our water, and we ban it from people who reigning over us who hate us. Why and how we know it? Because if that was after he made this discovery, why would they want to blackball him? Why would they want to keep this information under wraps? Why would they want to hide this? Why we not hearing about this the same way we're hearing about all these planes crashing? Why we ain't hearing about that? Let me go back, man. Listen to what he said.
And many of these genetic males now are turning into females. You can see he's got eggs that kind of look like they're in a sack. These are actually yolked eggs ready to be laid. What's happening is you're skewing sex ratios. You can get genetic bottlenecking, which can cause crashes. And quite frankly, if you're a genetic male, it'd be nice if you developed as a genetic male. And now we have a chemical very common in the environment that's effectively sex reversing animals. I'm going to show you something pretty amazing, scientifically speaking. The one that's sort of remarkable is this pair. These are both males. The one on the bottom, acting as the female, we affectionately refer to as Darnell. He's a genetic male that not only acts like a female, he lays eggs like a female. She has been exposed to atrazine all of her life. I don't even really know how to reference it. This is Darnell's third clutch. So Darnell has sons and daughters that we've grown up. You can see eggs in the bottom. This is actually her second clutch for today.
Bruh, the fact that he's saying he, she, I don't know, is confusion. And the book tell us the Most High ain't the author of confusion. So we know who this come from. Remember with the fallen angels, man. When they start splicing the DNA of the creatures, this was a part of why the Most High sent the flood too. They splicing these animals. They dealing with the genetics, the DNA. Man, I think we got enough on this. We got enough on him. I'm gonna give y'all this link if y'all want to use it. Mine said the main name was Darnell, man. I ain't trying to laugh because it's a serious matter, but he said that this male frog been exposed to atrazine all his life, turned into a female. It's reversing the gender. So if they got this same type of this chemical flowing through the water supply, again, it makes sense, family. Why are so many effeminate men now? And they effeminate, a lot of them, because they just consuming and consuming. They not thinking about what am I putting in my body? I'm not taking my health serious. I'm not looking at my health as a key point in how I'm going to be able to wage war. And I'm not saying in a way for us to go and contend against the government or none of that. I know Facebook, IG, YouTube, you want to get me. I ain't saying like that. I'm saying we battling in the spirit. We're going to battle in the spirit, man. That's what I'm talking about. All right, but to make the warriors weak, we're not educating ourselves, man. We're not taking our health serious enough. So the people, they putting atrazine in it. Listen, again, Tyrone Hayes, when you look at his interview that he had when they did bring him on, and he was sharing his, no folks didn't want that man talking about that, man. They didn't. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 3. 1 Corinthians 3, take our health more serious. We got to take it more serious. Walking is a major key. Being mobile, get up and move. Stop being lazy. Stop just sitting around. Stop having that same routine. The same way we can get up and go in the refrigerator, check for something. Listen, do that enough times. Back and forth. Now you creating this routine where you working out your body, getting your cells ready, making them happy to move around. Your blood cell, we need to be doing that, man. They want us lazy. They want us just sitting still, not doing nothing. They want us to be the slave that don't do nothing but go to work, come home, and do the same thing over and over. That same cycle. Wear yourself out working for us. Don't train and teach your family nothing. Don't train with your family. Don't teach nobody else to train. This is how they want us, family. 1 Corinthians 3, verse 16. It says, know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, and that the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you? You must don't know that. It says, if any man defile the temple of the Most High, him shall the Most High destroy. For the temple of the Most High is holy, which temple ye are. So we got to keep this in mind, man. This temple holy. We special. You know what I'm saying? We belong to the Most High. He got a purpose. You can't fulfill the purpose of what he made you for if you sick and dying. And you sick and dying because of what you choosing to eat or not, or what you choosing not to eat. You want to eat snacks all day. You want to be lazy, watch TV and eat snacks all day. Play the game all day. You don't want to get up and move around. Lay in the bed. Some of y'all got bed sores. Some people gonna have bed sores from being still. That's all you do. We got to be more active and more proactive with our health. It ain't too late for you, even if you are elder. All right, but it said, know ye not that we the temple of the Most High, man. We his temple. We is where our bodies is where he want to dwell at. Where the Holy Spirit like to dwell at within us. So if we just eating in and everything, man, you can't, if you can live your purpose out being impactful on people for the next 100 years, and it was dependent on what you eat. Wouldn't you want to eat properly so that you can keep being a light? All right, but we don't look at it like that a lot of times. Let's go to Sirach or Ecclesiasticus. Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, out the Apocrypha. This book right here. If you ain't got it, you can download it. You can get it off Google Play. I think Apple got it within their store, the Apple store. You can download the Bible with the Apocrypha. Order you a 1611. You get it off Amazon, Barnes & Noble, ChristianBooks.com. All right, but this is the Apocrypha. Ecclesiasticus chapter 30, verse 14, where I'm starting it. Take our health more serious, man. Take our health more serious. So, yeah, I am praying for the healing of the saints. Yeah, we're going to do that. But in the meanwhile, we got to be proactive on the front end to keep ourselves from being in a situation where we sickly. And I'm not talking about people who were born with these different ailments. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about those of us who the Most High and blessed with the benefit to be without that. We need to take it more serious, man. Sirach 30, verse 14. It say, better is the poor being sound and strong of constitution than a rich man that is afflicted in his body. So the poor man that he in his right mind, he healthy, his body, he got all his mobility, he can move around like he want to, got all his limbs. That poor man, the one that's broke, even if he homeless, said he's better than a rich man that is afflicted in his body. Remember Stephen Hawking? The guy that was in the wheelchair, his head, he was leaning, he had to have a little thing to talk. You think he wouldn't pay trillions of dollars to get out that wheelchair and walk if he was able to? But being a rich person and you sick in your body because you can't get rid of the cancer, because you started having to go to get these different treatments, these radioactive treatment, which that's killing a lot of people. That person who, though they may have all the substance in the world, but they don't have their health intact, they worse off than the poor man that got the constitution of his body, his temple, his or her temple. Verse 15 says, health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. So to be able to be healthy is more valuable than having all the wealth in the world. This is what the script letting us know. Because that person that ended up with that disease that was transmitted to them, All the money in the world couldn't pay for them to get healed. All right, so these folks is dying from different diseases out here. The mothers, the fathers, the parents, the families who their children went and took that shot. Don't flag me, YouTube. They went and took that, and next thing you know, their child never left the hospital. Their child never came out. The child ended up with autism. You think those people wouldn't pay? The money couldn't help them. They needed healing. The money, the doctors didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to reverse it. This is what the book telling us is more value on your health than what you putting on your body, your clothes, the money, the jewelry, the material in the world. Sirach 30:15, health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. There is no riches above a sound body, and no joy above the joy of the heart. Death is better than a bitter life or continual sickness. Or the person who they get admitted to the hospital, they live in the hospital. They hooked up to the IVs, man. Day in and day out, they got to keep getting this IV refilled. The doctors got to keep coming in here, spoon feeding them, bird feeding them rather. All they constantly consuming is out. They got to have nothing but soft food. They got to have applesauce. They can't have nothing but yogurt. They can't have no solid foods. They can't, because they can't keep it down. The oil in the food got them throwing up. They can't have no baked chicken like that. Or that's all they got to eat. They can't have nothing but fruits. These people, the health has been compromised. And so the Most High letting us know, like, man, that stuff, man, your health is more valuable. Take your health seriously. Take your health. And some people feel like because they're young, they got their whole life to get their health game and health routine in order. No, you don't, man. You can die. It's been young people in their 20s died of a heart attack. Died of a heart attack in their 20s. Health is wealth, like bro said. Health is wealth. All right, it says death is better. So it's better. It's telling me you rather die than to be living this lifestyle where you just always in a hospital. Dialysis. Constantly having to go get these shots. Constantly having to call the ambulance. This another night, the family got to call the ambulance to come get grandma or get mama out the bed, get dad or aunt out the bed because they not breathing. Take our health more serious. We need to take our health more serious. Verse 18 said, delicates poured upon a mouth, shut up, are as messes of meat set upon a grave. So basically, what good is these foods, the foods that you love to eat when you can't even keep it down? A person that got into this form where they sick, they can't even eat. That's what they're telling. It's just like taking a full course meal of your favorite food, kosher, and you set it on a grave. That the one that's deceased ain't gonna eat that. It's not gonna benefit them. So likewise, it's saying those who then been in this position where you can't swallow. You can't even swallow. Your tonsils is so swollen you can't swallow nothing down. You done ate something that, or however you've been mistreating your temple, not taking it serious enough, you can't even eat. It said, man, it don't profit that type of person anything. What good doeth the offering unto an idol? For neither can they eat nor smell. So is he that is persecuted of the Most High. So here's another point. A lot of these sicknesses that people go through, that we get into, that we have and suffer from, sometimes it be chastening from the Most High, man. A lot of times it be because of some kind of sin, some kind of transgression. Not all the time, but sometimes. Just like we talk about the case with the master, and the man was born blind. And so they asked, they said, well, him being born, but who sinned? Was it his parents or did he sin? And the master like, man, some people they like that is neither his parents sin or him, but it's for the glory of the Most High. So this person was born blind, and his whole purpose in his pain was that he was going to be healed from his blindness. Everybody know, man, that's blind Joe. Everybody know that that's blind Serena right there. She was born like that. But one day she can see, and she said that this man healed her because eating is spiritual. All these things are spiritual. But sometimes, like my point, we be sick or we get sick, we suffer these ailments because of some kind of transgression against the Most High, which is another tool, another tactic, another weapon that the enemy use. If we don't know what sin is, if you don't know that it's a sin to eat that swine, the pastor lying to you. He ain't educated. He ain't telling y'all, don't be celebrating these pagan days and eating whatever you want to eat. It's certain things we can and can't eat. Leviticus 11. If he not educating us on that, like the book tells us, Ezekiel 44 and 23, if I'm not mistaken, he's supposed to separate the profane from the holy from the profane, the clean from the unclean. But if he's not telling and educating and edifying the church and the body and the congregation on that, these folks out here sinning against the Most High, and they ending up sick and don't know why. There's a big penalty to pay for that too. So now we're in Ecclesiasticus 38. Sirach 38. I'm starting with verse 1. So if you got the red apocrypha, you got this one at page 93. Sirach 38 and 1, it says, honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the uses which he may have of him. So these doctors, these physicians, they do have a function. They do have a purpose. Those who actually operate on an honorable system for themselves, because when we get sick, what we're looking for, most of us, well, not most, many of us, many people looking for the doctor to heal them, not the Most High. So the Most High like, yeah, I'm going to use that vessel there. I'm going to use the doctor. I'm going to use this surgeon. I'm going to use these people. All right. Let me see. It said the B part, for the Most High have created him. For of the Most High come of healing. You might want to highlight that. So it's not the doctor. It's not the food. It's not the medicine subscribed. Because you can take these medicines. You can go to the doctor. You can eat those certain food, but the Most High, if he's saying, man, nah, I'm not going to heal this one, it ain't going to be no healing going to take place. I said, for of the Most High come of healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. The skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men, he shall be in admiration. The Most High have created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them or will not hate them. So the one that's wise, understand that, yeah, these herbs got a reason. You know what I mean? It's a function for these herbs. I know many people don't like medicine from the doctor, and I'm not telling nobody to take them. But I am saying that in an event, in a case where everything is shut down, some people that they don't deal with nothing but herbs, but if it's an emergency, they'll go to the doctor. I am saying this though, on this case. If I got an allergic reaction and I don't know what herb is going to stop that, I'm going to take a Benadryl. That's just me though. So it's saying those who are wise ain't going to abhor or hate these medicines that was created. I'm not telling nobody to go out and take no medicine. I'm just making a statement of what I feel, what I do. Verse 5 says, was not the water made sweet with wood, that the virtue thereof might be known? And he have given men skill, that he might be honored in his marvelous works. With such doth he heal men and take away their pains. Of such doth the apothecary make a confection. And of his works there is no end. And there's no end of making these confections or these different healing agents, because people are always sick. And people are always sick because many of them, they yield to the desire of the taste bud rather than to the fortifying of their health. They rather eat something that tastes good instead of something that's going to make the body feel good. So, instead of something that's good for the body. All right, verse 8. Verse 9 says, my son, here we go. In thy sickness, be not negligent. So take it, we got to take it serious when we get sick too. Don't play with that. Because the thing about a sickness is initially in origin, we weren't never supposed to get sick. We weren't never supposed to experience that. So when we do suffer an ailment, we got to recognize, man, it's an intruder in my temple. It's an intruder in my body. It's something here that's not supposed to be in my body. I'm not supposed to be feeling like this. All right. So he said, my son or my daughter, in thy sickness be not negligent, but pray unto the Most High, and he will make thee whole. Always leading with their prayer. We're going to take it to the Most High every time. Father, heal me. Father, take away this sickness. I'm not feeling well. Father, work through this medicine. Work through these herbs, our Holy One. You know what I mean? That's how we come. And so we take it to the Father. Verse 10. Leave off from sin. Leave. So why is this portion of this verse within these part of the scriptures that's talking about being healed? It said, leave off from sin, and order thine hands aright, and cleanse thy heart from all wickedness, because some of these health issues that we have is coming from the grudge that you holding against your neighbor. Some of these health issues that we have, you done got sick because how you treating your husband, how you treating your wife, how you treating and talking to your children, how you did abuse your animals, you beating your dog and your cats like that. Because of what you did. You sick because of how you was operating and going against it, how you been backbiting. You sick because of that line, how you been lying on these folks over here. You sick because how you been trying to commit adultery with that man's wife or that man, that woman husband. This is where the sickness come from. But many people ain't gonna make that connection because we don't look at eating as something that's spiritual. And this is how they training us. They don't want us to look at it like that. They don't want us to see it as something spiritual. Because as long as we're not seeing it as something spiritual, we're not going to go to the Most High. And that's the whole plan of the enemy, like what we talked about. All right, verse 11, it says, give a sweet savor and a memorial of fine flour, and make a fat offering as not being. So when we dealing with sicknesses, when we taking our health serious, when we do have an intruder or invading pathogen in our body, the war started here. It started and ended here a lot of times. So if you constantly saying, man, I'm sick, oh man, I'm bad, you just constantly speaking this defeat over yourself. I can't get better. I can't. You steady saying, guess what? You not. But if we operate with that faith, like, man, I'm finna shake up out of this. I'm not gonna stay down. I'm gonna do, I do feel good. I'm gonna feel better. You speaking life over yourself, constantly doing that, man. There is power in that. So this is what he said, making that offering as if you're not even sick. But we're not being educated on this either, because guess what? That's spiritual too. They didn't tell us this in our health classes and health courses. All right, verse 12 says, then give place to the physician. After you pray, after you repent, after you go and check in with the Most High, then you check in with the physician. It says, for the Most High have created him. Let him not go from thee, for thou hast need of him. There is a time when in their hands there is good success. So it's a time when the Most High using these physicians and doctors. It is. Some of us don't want to believe or accept it, but it is a time. Like I'm talking with my daughter, when she had the surgery, with what she was dealing with. Yeah, we had to travel, you know what I mean, and go see that physician. And the Most High used that physician to have her healed. He healed her using that physician as his vessel. I says, for they shall also pray unto the Most High, that he would prosper that which they give for ease and remedy to prolong life. He that sinned before his maker, let him fall into the hand of the physician. So we being able to correlate or draw and connect the dots that some of these sicknesses and some of these health problems, a lot of them come from us sinning against the Most High, man. A lot of them come from us transgression against the Father. Let's go to 1 Timothy 4. I'm almost done. 1 Timothy 4, man. Take our health more serious. Take it more serious, man. 1 Timothy chapter 4. Yes, indeed, fast and pray. 1 Timothy 4 and 8. And it say, I'm gonna hit 7 first. It says, but refuse profane and old wives' fables, and exercise thyself rather unto godliness. So yeah, we're gonna keep that in mind, exercising godliness. So it's a form of exercising physically, but make sure we exercising godliness too. Make sure we exercising godliness before we hit in the gym. Make sure we exercising godliness before we, you know what I'm saying, before we pick up the dumbbells. Yeah, man. Verse 8 says, for bodily exercise profiteth little. Some people go to this verse and say, man, see there? It ain't no reason. I ain't got to be working out and trying to walk, run, and jog and doing pull-ups on the monkey bars and all these push-ups. Listen, man, read the verse carefully. It said, for bodily exercise profiteth little. It ain't saying profit at all. So this is a part, it does has a benefit. Work out. Get your blood moving. So many people are sick because they don't move their blood enough. They don't get their hearts racing enough. You don't get the blood pumping through your atrium and your ventricles enough. You just sitting around being lazy and being still all the time. And even through that, you got problems in your household because you lazy. You got problems in your friendships because you lazy. You don't want to move around. It says, for bodily exercise profiteth little, but godliness is profitable unto all things. So this is the crown of it, though, is to exercise godliness. It says, having promise of the life that now is, and of that which is to come. So it's going to benefit us in this life and the one to come when we exercise godliness. All right, but in the meanwhile, we still gonna get it in. We're gonna do the push-ups. We're gonna go run. We're gonna run a mile or 2 or 10. We're gonna do all that. Because this body, this vessel, it needs it in order to be healthy in a lot of cases, man. Move that blood, keep that blood moving. What the old folks say when the sickness happens, they say, hey, go sweat that out. So what some people do, they go run. You want the longevity, build up your cardio. You wondering why you can't just last in no activity. You just constantly getting burnt out. You exhausted. Soon you walk up the steps because you ain't putting in enough work, man. Take your health more seriously. All right, let's go back to Sirach. Let's go back to Sirach, man. No, I don't even want that. I don't even want that. That's it. That's what we got. So that's the point, though, family. So the message of the night is for us to take the health more seriously. Be mindful, man, when we go in the shop. You know what you buying, looking for the U in a circle, the K in a triangle, the U in a circle with the D next to it. We're looking for these kosher things that's lawful for us to eat, that's more healthy for us to eat. We research, we ain't drinking the tap water because we know it got toxins in it. So we're looking for the alkaline water. We're looking for the filter to put the filter on our faucets. We're looking for the fruits and the herbs that got the seeds in them that the Most High made, because the ones that don't got seeds in them didn't come from him. We don't want these aquaponic products. We want the ones that went through the whole life process from a seed that got planted, watered, hit with the sunlight, and then it grew. That's the kind we want. Taking our health more serious so that right now, if we blessed with the mobility to be able to move and take care of ourselves, Those of us who are young, when we get old, we don't need nobody taking care of us. We don't need nobody carrying us. And even the elders that's still able to do, it ain't too late for you right now to get more active and take your health more serious. Being aware of what you put in your body. Read the ingredients, read the label. Ask yourself before you eat that, what is this going to do to my body? Ask yourself before you feed that to your children, what is this going to do to my children? What this going to do to my animals? Keep all those things in mind, man. Question, comments, and concern before we close out. Questions, comments, and concern before we close out, family. IG, peace and bless to everybody over at IG, man. Bless y'all. Bless y'all. Most High keep y'all, man. Mullah Judah, man. Shalom, King. Question, comments, and concern before we close out, man. Take your health more seriously. Take your health more seriously. If you've been training, keep training. Increase your training. If you ain't been training, start training, man. And if you ain't been training at all, if you've been training and you stop, you need to start back. Training, man. Training. And when you go into training, if you training with somebody, don't try to train like the next person. Train how you need to train. Your body might be different. Matter of fact, all of our bodies is different. And training ain't just if we gonna go pump the iron. The training is start with how you eating. Because if you go and you do 1,000 push-ups, but you ain't ate, guess what, man? You gonna faint. If you don't die, because you constantly releasing and burning all these calories and this strain and stress on your body, you're going to feel sick at least. So they'll let you know that eating is a part of your training. Be careful what you eat. Be careful. Be more serious and more intentional about what you're eating. They done had several recalls on different foods, man. I seen it that they said they recall all the foods that's in the refrigerators in Walmart. How true it is, what area it is in, I don't know. But I'm saying we got to be more intentional, more aware. You know what I'm saying? More involved, more active, more proactive about what we eating, not just going to grab and eat anything. Man, these things have effects on our bodies, man, on our temple. You know what I mean? So the temple is holy. Keep that in mind. But as we train, we're watching what we eat. If you want to shed your weight or put on weight, we're paying attention to what we consuming, bro. We're paying attention to what we consuming, sis. Stay hydrated. Make sure you are drinking that water. Alkaline. We want to keep that alkaline in our body. It's oxygenated. We need that oxygen, man. And that oxygen, you know, that creates longevity. They help with their cardio. They'll help with you being able to be active and feel good all throughout the day. All that play a part in it. Some of y'all don't drink enough water, man. You need to be drinking more water. Some of y'all don't want to do nothing but consume nothing but junk. Man, we got to stop it, family. I'm telling you this as a brother that love you. We got to stop that. And we got to eat more healthy. We got to create a more healthy environment and routine for ourselves in our temple. Yeah, man. So I ain't seeing no question coming or concern. So if you got one over Facebook, I can't see it. You have to shoot it through. I see it when I out that close out, or you know what I'm saying. I see it. If you shoot it through the IG or come on through the YouTube or something. Yeah, man. But I pray for the healing of the saints, man. I pray for the strength of everybody who heard this and who will hear it. Prayerfully digesting y'all spirits, and it was edifying enough on a level for individuals. Don't be worrying about the next person too much. We want to make sure that we taking care of ourselves. Some of us, we spend so much time and energy taking care of everybody else, and we don't take care of ourselves enough. Take care of yourself. A part of your health too is getting that peace. If things stressing you out, you need to get away sometime. You need some alone time. You need some quiet. Go get that. Take advantage of that. Because it'll be us. It's going to be us as individuals in those caskets being buried. Yeah, the family going to cry, so on and so forth. But the choices we making about our health right now going to have a great impact on how long we're going to be here for our children, for our brothers, for our parents. You know what I mean? I want to live as long as I can slaying devils, man. I don't know about y'all. I want to live as long as I can slaying devils, man. All right, so with that, I say peace and blessing to the chosen. May the Most High keep us. May the blood of the Lamb be on our doorposts. May the warring angels encamp all around our houses and places of habitation. When we sleep, may the Most High visit us with a vision and grant us to have the interpretation of that vision, to retain it, and share it if that's what he want, man. I love y'all. Peace and blessing to the chosen. Shalom, man.